Good day, friends, enemies, and other gamers. This is not how zebra got its stripe story. Do you believe that sticks and stones rhyme about breaking bones, etc., etc.? Do you believe it's true? No, you don't. Even if you do, I want to show you that words do have power, and I shall show you where this power comes from as well. You have developed a brand new sports drink. It's time to start registering, bottling, and marketing. So, what you need is a name. So, what you should do now is choose 4 most appropriate names from the random list below. So, that's the list. We've got Brawl, Venom, Rebel, Oiled, Crush, yes, and so on. You can read through that, stop the tape if you need to. You do not have to write down anything unless you want to. Just do it mentally. Remember that there's a number of possibilities for each and hardly any wrong answers. Is this going to be an easy lesson or what? The main idea is that you should try this yourself. That is how you will develop skill. So maybe you should stop the recording now. And then you continue when you've finalized your own decisions. So have fun. Here we have some suggested answers. There are other possibilities also. In the no column, there is anesthetic, oiled, blasted, brain fog. If you want your sports drink to sell, would you really choose any of those names? Why not? Why rather think of something similar to what we see in the yes column? Rebel, for going against the opposition. Crush, for beating the opponents. Windsurfer, suggesting freedom, speed, adventure. Sport, hinting at activity and skill. Or maybe just being the popular guy. There are many situations where you should choose new names and words in general very carefully. Either they will make life easier for you or get you into trouble. Look at that last column. If you do not know the meaning of on a trip or weeds, good for you. What it means is that you're not involved in anything having to do with illegal drugs. Those are slang words for being under the influence of drugs, and so on. With names like that, the police will certainly be interested in what you put into that sports drink. Blasted, oiled, and doped will have you answering questions about the percentage of alcohol that's in that drink. So, watch out. The question is, why? Why is this so? And why wouldn't any random name do? Why can't you call your sports drink Rose? Words carry associations with them. Those associations have implications linked to what the reader or listener thinks about when he reads or hears a certain word. He could have either a positive or a negative reaction to what you're saying. We call these associations the connotations of words. Let's look at an example. By the way, an ode is a lengthy poem singing someone's praises. This ode here is just a little tongue in the cheek. Let's read. I sat down on the dune, drenched in sand like a withered, washed out seaweed. The sun was setting over my defeat. Was there anybody I could phone? Next to me, in her wheelchair, was my sister, with her ravaged body and indomitable spirit. The one that had earlier made us go down to the sea. The one that wanted to enjoy the spray and the breeze once more. It became more than a breeze. Little did we realize how quickly the concrete path would be covered by a myriad of tiny, loose grains of sand, eliminating any traction. Little did we realize how quickly a sand dune could move, could cover anything solid and stable. We hoped to find the path again under that sand on a deserted beach. But now the wheels were buried halfway in a newly shifted dune. My calves were aching. The chair had become immovable. I was too jittery to try again. We were stuck in the sand, two beached creatures, a widow and a spinster. Over the dune appeared four friends, four warriors for fun. Their bodies shone from the armor of ours in the gym. Their calves looked like towers guarding a city. They walked up to me like some mobile wall. Only two of them had towels, which were thoughtlessly dropped onto the sand. Four cheerful teenagers shoving at each other, bringing jest and banter over the quiet air. Can we help? My father also drives that car. I told him to get that other car. Is it okay to grab onto this bar? First put on the brakes. No, you dunce. These brakes, like so. Is that your car in the parking lot? There's a lot of sand now. Maybe just pull off slowly. They picked up the chair and jogged over the dune. They only put my spirited one down once they got to the car. Their voices became less audible when they disappeared over the dune again. Your side was sagging badly, dude. Time for you to lift some weights again, you lazy critter. If we think of this, there's something that we should bear in mind. Connotations are associations, not meanings. If you look at this table, you will see words that would describe the woman who is telling the story. You will see some connotations here. Beaten for defeat, giving up, an insurmountable problem. Withered would mean powerless or old. Seaweed would suggest moved around by the sea or by elements, something that's easily bent. And then if you look at the boys, armor would suggest strength and impenetrability, and the same with wall. Towers would mean strength, watchfulness, banter, laughter, carefree, fun. What you should realize is that those are mostly associations. They're not the meanings of the words. In the same way, pet rabbit doesn't mean innocence, for instance. Seaweed doesn't mean easily bent, and so on. What is important is that the connotations of words have a truly wide influence on most texts in a variety of ways. If you look at certain phrases and their connotations, you can see how the woman and the teenage boys are contrasted with each other. Connotations of words greatly add to bringing about this contrast. And that is not even the most important thing that they do. So we shall look at other aspects later. So now you know why words have power. It's because of their connotations. If you wish to connote, act like a goat and ring the bell. Thank you very much.